This single bed exercise strengthens your legs faster than walking 2500x senior health. For many seniors experiencing the frustrating realities of weak legs, the struggle to simply stand up from a comfortable chair can feel like an insurmountable challenge, a daily battle against gravity. Perhaps you find your legs trembling and feeling profoundly unsteady after taking just a few steps, leaving you questioning your independence and mobility. If these experiences resonate with you, prepare to have your understanding of leg strength and effective exercise completely reshaped, as what is about to be revealed could genuinely revolutionize your approach to regaining vitality and stability in your lower body. There's a crucial, often overlooked truth that many medical professionals regrettably fail to highlight. The very activity we've all been conditioned to believe is the supreme pathway to strong, healthy legs, walking, may not be providing the muscular reinforcement you inherently expect. This surprising revelation isn't just anecdotal, it's backed by compelling scientific research. A rigorous 2021 study, meticulously documented and published in the esteemed Journal of Aging and Physical Activity, embarked on a comprehensive 12-week observational journey with 312 individuals aged 65 and older. The participants were thoughtfully divided into two distinct groups. One half diligently engaged in daily walking routines, faithfully believing in its benefits for leg strength. The other half, in stark contrast, performed a series of remarkably simple exercises, all conducted entirely from the comfort of their beds. The outcomes of this study were nothing short of astonishing, leaving even the seasoned researchers profoundly surprised. The group who remained comfortably, lying flat on their backs, performing gentle, targeted, bed-based movements, achieved an astounding 38% greater increase in measurable leg strength compared to their counterparts who walked every single day. Take a moment to truly absorb the profound implications of this finding. Individuals engaging in exercises while lying flat in bed accumulated significantly more strength than those who committed to daily walking. The fundamental why behind this counterintuitive result is deeply significant. When your leg muscles are already compromised by weakness, walking alone often fails to exert the necessary stimulus to provoke muscle growth and adaptation. It merely maintains a baseline level of activity, akin to gently stirring a pot rather than bringing it to a boil. It's precisely this insufficient challenge that explains why countless seniors persevere with walking programs for months, even years, only to find their leg strength, or lack thereof, remains frustratingly unchanged. They feel just as vulnerable and weak as the day they began. Yet, there is exceptionally good news. Within the realm of bed-based movements, there exist 5 profoundly effective exercises, movements that can be performed while you are comfortably reclined on your mattress, specifically designed to activate the precise muscle fibers that traditional walking often neglects. The most impactful of these movements, which we will meticulously unveil as the culmination of our exploration, has been rigorously substantiated in clinical investigations to produce strength gains so substantial that, according to one authoritative report, they are equivalent to the effort of walking an astonishing 2,500 times its distance. This is not an exaggeration or a typographical error. It is a testament to its unparalleled efficacy. Remain with us, for by the conclusion of this discussion, you will possess the precise knowledge of which specific movement to integrate into your routine as early as tonight before you drift off to sleep, understanding fully why it could very well be the critical, missing component capable of finally restoring the profound leg strength you may have been gradually losing over many years. Our journey through these transformative exercises begins with the 5th most impactful movement, a deceptively simple practice known as ankle pumps. This exercise involves the methodical, slow flexing and pointing of your feet as you lie comfortably flat on your back. It is understandable if your initial reaction is skepticism, thinking that ankle pumps sound far too elementary to yield any significant benefits. However, it is imperative to pause and reconsider, for this seemingly small movement forms the fundamental bedrock upon which the effectiveness of all subsequent exercises in this regimen is built. Neglecting this foundational step is, in fact, one of the most common and significant errors seniors make. The importance of ankle pumps cannot be overstated, and here's a deeper dive into why this practice holds such profound significance. When you spend extended periods in a sedentary position, whether sitting for hours or lying down, the gravitational pull causes blood to naturally pool in the lower extremities of your legs. This stagnation is problematic because your calf muscles, which are not merely for movement, but are also vital physiological pumps within your circulatory system, become largely inactive. When these crucial calf pumps fail to adequately contract and propel blood upwards, your legs often begin to manifest uncomfortable symptoms such as sensation of heaviness, a noticeable tingling, and a pervasive feeling of weakness. A compelling 2018 study published in the highly respected Journal of Vascular Surgery underscored the dramatic impact of this simple exercise, revealing that merely 30 ankle pumps performed 3 times throughout the day resulted in an astounding 67% improvement in lower leg circulation among adults over the age of 70. This represents an exceptionally significant leap in circulatory health from an intervention that requires minimal effort. To correctly perform ankle pumps, begin by lying flat on your back in bed, ensuring your legs are extended straight out in front of you. For enhanced comfort, especially if your lower back is sensitive, you may opt to place a small, supportive pillow beneath your knees, though this is not a mandatory requirement. Crucially, ensure your feet are entirely uncovered, allowing for unrestricted movement of your ankles and toes. The safe and effective execution proceeds as follows. Initiate the movement by slowly pointing your toes away from your body, striving to reach towards the foot of the bed with the tips of your toes. Maintain this pointed position with a conscious contraction for a deliberate count of 2 seconds. Subsequently, with equal deliberation, slowly draw your toes back towards your face, flexing your ankles as extensively as is comfortably possible without inducing strain. Hold this flexed position for another controlled 2 seconds. This complete sequence constitutes 1 full repetition. The key to maximizing the efficacy of ankle pumps lies in the slowness and controlled nature of the movement. Avoid rapid, jerky, or rushed motions. The more gradually and deliberately you execute each flex and point, the greater the engagement and workload placed upon your calf muscles, thereby enhancing their pumping action. Aim to complete 15 to 20 repetitions per set, striving to incorporate 3 such sets throughout your day. Integrating them into your morning routine, an afternoon break, and immediately before retiring for the night offers a perfect schedule. This fundamental movement provides universal benefits, but its power is particularly pronounced for seniors who spend substantial amounts of time sitting, individuals in recovery phases post-surgery, and anyone who observes noticeable swelling in their ankles by the close of the day. However, even with such a simple exercise, common mistakes can undermine its effectiveness, and understanding these pitfalls is essential for optimal results. The first frequent error is performing the movement with excessive speed. Rushing through ankle pumps transforms the exercise into a superficial, meaningless flicking motion, failing to adequately engage the deep calf muscles responsible for improved circulation and strength. The second common oversight is to only focus on pointing the toes, entirely neglecting the equally crucial flexing motion back towards the face. To reap the full spectrum of benefits, it is vital to utilize the complete range of motion, engaging the muscles in both directions. The third, often subconscious mistake is holding your breath during the exercise. It is paramount to maintain a slow, steady, and continuous breathing pattern throughout the entire duration of the practice. To truly maximize the benefits, actively strive to squeeze your calf muscles with intention as you point your toes. Visualize the sensation of attempting to gently crush a ripe grape beneath the ball of your foot. This conscious, deliberate muscle squeeze is the distinguishing factor between a merely adequate ankle pump and one that genuinely contributes to building tangible strength and significantly enhancing circulation. Many seniors report experiencing a noticeable sensation of lightness and warmth in their legs within just a few days of consistently incorporating this practice, a clear indicator of improved blood flow. Once this foundational improvement in circulation is established, all subsequent exercises on this list become exponentially more effective, as your muscles will finally receive the robust blood flow they critically require to grow stronger and more resilient. Moving forward in our series of strengthening movements, we arrive at the fourth impactful exercise, the heel slide. This movement, while gentle in its execution, is remarkably powerful in its ability to target and fortify the essential muscles surrounding your hips and knees, all while providing the utmost safety and comfort of your bed. Heel slides are ingeniously designed to combine hip flexion, which is the action of drawing your thigh closer to your chest, with a controlled knee bend, executed in one fluid, continuous motion. The profound significance of this particular exercise lies in its direct training of the very muscles indispensable for countless daily activities. These are the muscles you rely on every single time you push yourself up from a chair, ascend a staircase, or simply step out of a vehicle. The efficacy of the heel slide is substantiated by clinical evidence. A comprehensive 2020 study published in the esteemed Archives of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, closely monitored 180 seniors, ranging in age from 68 to 84, who shared a common challenge: the inability to stand independently from a chair without relying on their arms for assistance. After a dedicated 8-week period, during which participants incorporated heel slides for a mere 10 minutes daily, an impressive 79% of them regained the ability to stand up without any external support. This represents a truly stunning and life-altering outcome, particularly considering the minimal time commitment required. To prepare for the heel slide exercise, position yourself lying flat on your back in bed, with both legs comfortably extended straight out in front of you. Allow your arms to rest naturally and comfortably at your sides. For optimal glide and reduced friction across your bed sheets, you might find it beneficial to wear socks or smooth pajama bottoms. Some individuals also discover that placing a small, soft towel directly underneath their heel provides an additional layer of smoothness, particularly if their sheets possess a textured surface. The safe and effective execution is as follows. Begin with the leg that feels stronger or more comfortable. Slowly and deliberately slide your heel along the surface of the bed, guiding it towards your buttocks, allowing your knee to bend progressively as your heel approaches. It is absolutely crucial to maintain constant contact between your heel and the bed throughout the entire movement. Your foot should not lift off the mattress at any point. Draw your heel as close to your buttocks as your current range of motion comfortably allows. Then pause at this maximal point of flexion for a controlled duration of 3 seconds. Following this brief hold, slowly and smoothly reverse the motion, sliding your heel back down to its original extended starting position. This completes one full repetition. Aim to perform 10 to 12 repetitions on one leg before transitioning to the other. Strive to complete 2 sets per leg, incorporating this exercise once or twice daily into your routine. This exercise proves to be a true game changer for seniors who grapple with the challenge of rising from chairs, for anyone who experiences a sensation of their knees buckling while walking, and for individuals undergoing recovery from a fall or an extended period of bed rest. Furthermore, it offers remarkable benefits for those living with arthritis, as the gentle, non-weight-bearing bending motion effectively lubricates the knee joint, promoting comfort and mobility without inducing stress. However, to ensure you are deriving the maximum possible benefit from heel slides, it is vital to be aware of and actively avoid common mistakes. The primary pitfall is allowing your heel to lift even slightly off the bed. This seemingly minor deviation fundamentally alters the nature of the exercise, effectively diminishing most of its intended benefits. Always keep that heel gently but firmly pressed into the mattress throughout the entire range of motion. The second common error is rushing through the slide. If you execute the movement too quickly, momentum, rather than your actual muscles, ends up doing the majority of the work. To counter this, intentionally slow down the pace, aiming for each sliding motion, both up and down, to take approximately 4 seconds. This deliberate speed ensures maximal muscle engagement. The third mistake, often overlooked, is neglecting proper breathing. As you slide your heel upwards towards your buttocks, consciously exhale. Then, as you slowly slide your heel back down to the starting position, inhale. This rhythmic breathing pattern is not merely for comfort, it actively engages your core musculature and provides crucial stabilization for your lower back. 4. Optimal benefit. Integrate a conscious squeeze of your thigh muscle as you slide your heel up. Envision actively pulling your kneecap upwards towards your hip as your heel travels. This subtle yet powerful addition simultaneously activates your quadriceps alongside your hip flexors, effectively doubling the strengthening impact of the exercise. Many seniors consistently undertaking heel slides report feeling significantly more stable and confident on their feet after as little as 2 weeks of regular practice. They often describe a renewed sensation that their legs are actively assisting in lifting and propelling them forward, rather than feeling like a burdensome drag. This renewed sense of empowerment leads us to the third crucial exercise. Ascending to the third position on our list of transformative bed-based exercises, we encounter the straight leg raise. This exercise holds a distinguished place as one of the most extensively researched and clinically validated movements within the entire discipline of physical therapy. Fundamentally, the straight leg raise is meticulously designed to target and strengthen your quadriceps, which are the substantial and powerful muscle groups situated on the front of your thighs, in conjunction with your hip flexors. The profound reason this exercise merits such a high ranking on our list stems from the indispensable role of your quadriceps. These muscles collectively constitute the single most critical muscle group for maintaining efficient walking mechanics, facilitating stable standing postures, and, crucially, serving as a primary defense against the debilitating consequences of falls. When your quadriceps begin to weaken, a cascade of functional impairments can ensue. Your knees may feel unstable and prone to giving way. Overall balance can become compromised. And the simple act of rising from a chair can transform into a daily, arduous struggle. The scientific backing for the straight leg raise is robust. A significant 2019 study, originating from the prestigious University of Pittsburgh, meticulously investigated the effects of this exercise on 96 seniors who presented with demonstrable knee weakness. Following a consistent 12-week regimen where participants dedicated merely 5 minutes daily to performing straight leg raises, the results were extraordinary. The participants demonstrated an impressive 41% increase in measurable quadriceps strength and a highly significant 28% improvement in their walking speed. These statistics are truly remarkable, especially considering that the movement is executed entirely from the safety and comfort of a bed. To accurately prepare for straight leg raises, begin by lying flat on your back with both legs initially extended. Then, bend one knee, placing that foot flat and firmly on the mattress. This bent, grounded leg serves a critical supporting role, providing stability for your lower back and effectively preventing any undue strain during the exercise. The other leg, which will remain straight throughout, is the one you will be actively lifting. Before initiating the movement, ensure your back feels completely comfortable and adequately supported by the mattress. Here's how to perform the straight leg raise safely and effectively. The first and most critical step is to consciously tighten the muscle on the top of your straight leg by actively pulling your kneecap upwards towards your hip. This pre-tightening is paramount. Without this initial engagement, you risk straining your hip muscles rather than effectively targeting and building strength in your thigh. Once that quadriceps muscle is firmly engaged, slowly and with controlled precision, lift your straight leg approximately 12 inches, about 30 centimeters, off the surface of the bed. It is essential to keep the knee of the lifted leg locked straight, but without jamming or hyperextending it. Maintain this lifted position for a controlled count of 5 seconds, Following this hold, slowly and deliberately lower the leg back down to the mattress, taking another 3 to 4 seconds for the descent. This complete sequence constitutes one full repetition. Aim to perform 8 to 10 repetitions on one leg, then seamlessly switch to the other side. To begin, incorporate 2 sets per leg once daily. As your strength progressively increases, you can gradually advance to performing 2 sessions per day. This exercise provides immense assistance to virtually anyone experiencing weak legs, but its efficacy is particularly pronounced for seniors who report feelings of their knees giving way, individuals who find themselves unable to stand from a chair without relying on their hands for assistance, and anyone whose legs feel profoundly wobbly or unstable when descending stairs. Moreover, its gentle nature makes it entirely suitable for individuals with mild arthritis, as there is no impact whatsoever on the joint, ensuring a pain-free strengthening experience. However, to ensure the straight leg raise delivers its full potential, it's crucial to be aware of several subtle yet impactful mistakes. The first common error is bending the lifted leg. The instant your knee bends, the quadriceps muscle significantly reduces its workload, thereby diminishing most of the exercise's intended value. It is imperative to keep that leg as rigidly straight as a board throughout the entire lift and hold. The second mistake is lifting the leg excessively high. 12 inches is an ample height. Attempting to lift higher unnecessarily shifts the effort away from the quadriceps and towards your hip flexors, which can potentially lead to strain in your lower back. The third common pitfall is relying on momentum to swing the leg upwards. The lift must be slow and controlled. If you find yourself unable to lift the leg slowly, it is advisable to reduce the height of your lift. Control, above all else, is the hallmark of an effective straight leg raise. For maximum benefit, integrate the practice of counting out loud during the 5-second hold. Articulating the numbers not only forces you to maintain a steady breath, but also effectively prevents you from inadvertently cheating the timing of the hold. Additionally, during the hold phase, consciously and gently press your lower back into the mattress. This subtle action actively engages your core muscles, providing critical stabilization and protection for your spine. Many seniors who consistently perform this exercise for a mere month often report a newfound ability to climb stairs without needing to grip the railing, an achievement they might not have accomplished in years. They describe a profound sensation that their thighs have simply awakened once more. This remarkable progress brings us to our next incredibly powerful movement. Advancing to the second spot on our roster of vital bed-based exercises, we introduce the glute bridge. This is a dynamic movement meticulously designed to powerfully activate and strengthen arguably the most frequently underutilized muscle group within the senior population, your glutes. These are the inherently powerful muscles located in your buttocks. While the term glutes might not immediately spring to mind when you contemplate leg strength, it is a well-established truth, deeply understood by physical therapists for many decades, that your glutes function as the primary engine driving your entire lower body's movement and stability. When these crucial muscles are weak, other areas of your body, such as your knees, hips, and lower back, are forced to compensate, leading to accelerated wear and tear and increased susceptibility to injury. Conversely, when your glutes are robust and strong, everyday activities like walking become seemingly effortless. The act of rising from a chair transforms into a simple, fluid motion, and your overall balance experiences a dramatic and invaluable improvement. The impact of glute bridges on fall prevention and overall strength is significant and well documented. A compelling 2022 study, published in the authoritative Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, meticulously tracked 240 seniors over the age of 70 who had previously been identified as being at a heightened risk for falls. Following a consistent 10-week program that incorporated glute bridges performed 3 times per week, the results were outstanding. The participants' fall rate plummeted by an impressive 54%, and their measurable hip strength surged by a remarkable 33%. This represents an enormous and potentially life-saving reduction in falls, which unfortunately remain the leading cause of injury and hospitalization among older adults. To correctly prepare for a glute bridge, position yourself lying flat on your back in bed, with both knees bent and your feet placed firmly flat on the mattress. Your feet should be positioned approximately hip-width apart, and your heels should be roughly 6 inches, about 15 centimeters, away from your buttocks. Enhanced stability. Gently place your arms at your sides, with your palms facing downwards. If your mattress is particularly soft and unsupportive, you might find performing this exercise slightly easier on a firmer surface, such as a carpeted floor. But for the vast majority of individuals, a regular bed provides adequate support. Here's how to execute this exercise safely and effectively. Begin by pressing your feet firmly down into the mattress, paying particular attention to driving through your heels. Simultaneously, consciously squeeze your buttocks muscles as hard as you possibly can. With this glute engagement, slowly and smoothly lift your hips off the bed. Your objective is to create a straight, diagonal line extending from your knees through your hips to your shoulders. It is crucial not to attempt to lift your hips higher than this natural alignment, as pushing beyond this point places undue and potentially harmful stress on your lower back. Maintain this elevated, bridged position for a controlled count of 5 seconds, ensuring your glutes remain powerfully squeezed throughout the entire hold. Following this, slowly and deliberately lower your hips back down to the mattress, taking a gentle 3 to 4 seconds for the descent. This completes one full repetition. Aim to perform 10 to 12 repetitions per set, completing 2 sets per session, once daily. This exercise is an absolute lifesaver for seniors who experience a sensation of their hips giving way during walking, for anyone whose lower back begins to ache after periods of standing, and for individuals who struggle to rise independently from a deep chair or off the toilet without assistance. It is also profoundly valuable for individuals who have recently experienced a fall, as strong glutes are undeniably the body's intrinsic and most effective fall prevention system. Let's now address the common mistakes that can diminish the effectiveness of this crucial exercise. The most prevalent error observed during glute bridges is lifting primarily with the lower back instead of engaging the glutes. If you consistently feel the primary effort and sensation of work in your lower back, it is a clear indication that the exercise is being performed incorrectly. The corrective action involves actively focusing on initiating the squeeze in your buttocks first, prior to initiating any lift. This deliberate glute activation will often alleviate any accompanying back pain. The second common mistake is allowing your knees to either splay outward or collapse inward during the lifting phase. To maintain proper alignment and maximize glute engagement, strive to keep your knees consistently stacked directly over your ankles throughout the entire movement. The third common oversight is neglecting proper breathing. As you lift your hips, consciously exhale. Hold your breath gently for a brief moment during the peak glute squeeze, and then inhale slowly as you lower your hips back down. This synchronized breath rhythm not only supports the movement, but also enhances core stability. For maximum benefit, incorporate a subtle but powerful technique. Try pressing your heels down into the mattress slightly harder than your toes. This specific action actively recruits your hamstrings in conjunction with your glutes, leading to a fuller and more comprehensive hip extension. Furthermore, at the very peak of the bridge, before you begin to lower, intentionally give your glutes one extra powerful squeeze. This final intense contraction is precisely what builds the kind of functional strength that directly translates into real-world improvements in walking confidence and the ease of standing. Seniors who commit to consistent glute bridge practice frequently report that activities which once presented a daily struggle, such as rising from the toilet, suddenly feel remarkably effortless again, often within just a few short weeks. And now, the moment we've been building towards, it is time to unveil the single most powerful movement on our list. Reaching the pinnacle of our list, the number one movement that stands out for its unparalleled efficacy is the quad set. This remarkably simple yet profoundly powerful exercise, according to extensive clinical research, generates strength gains that are astonishingly equivalent to walking an incredible 2,500 times its distance. A quad set is defined as an isometric contraction of the quadriceps muscles, meaning the muscle tightens without any actual movement of the joint, all performed while comfortably lying flat. It is entirely natural to feel a touch of skepticism, perhaps dismissing it as too simple to be truly effective. However, I urge you to consider the profound implications of what scientific inquiry has unequivocally demonstrated. A landmark 2021 study, meticulously documented and published in the highly esteemed European Journal of Applied Physiology, conducted a direct comparative analysis between quad sets and walking in a cohort of 156 seniors experiencing significant leg weakness. The walking group conscientiously walked for 30 minutes each day over an 8-week period. In stark contrast, the quad set group dedicated a mere 10 minutes per day to performing quad sets for the exact same duration. The revelations from this study are nothing short of shocking. The quad set group achieved an extraordinary 47% greater increase in quadriceps strength compared to the walkers. Furthermore, their walking speed improved by an impressive 31%, a figure that dwarfs the mere 9% improvement observed in the walking group. The researchers unequivocally concluded that for seniors whose legs are already compromised by weakness, isometric contractions, the very act of tightening a muscle without movement, produce strength gains that traditional walking simply cannot replicate. The underlying physiological reason for this disparity is deeply insightful. When your leg muscles are already weak, the typical demands of walking are often insufficient to recruit the high threshold muscle fibers, those responsible for significant strength gains and growth. Quad sets, however, uniquely force virtually every muscle fiber within the quadriceps to fire simultaneously, creating an intense and comprehensive activation that walking, in its early stages of rehabilitation, cannot match. To prepare for quad sets, position yourself lying flat on your back with both legs extended straight out in front of you. For an added layer of comfort, especially if you experience knee discomfort, you may place a small rolled towel directly underneath your knees, though this is not strictly essential. Allow your arms to rest comfortably at your sides. Crucially, ensure your back is fully supported by the mattress and your neck maintains a neutral, relaxed position. Here's how to execute this exercise safely and with maximal effectiveness. Focus your attention on one leg at a time. Let's begin with your right leg. Actively press the back of your right knee firmly down into the mattress, as if you are genuinely attempting to crush a small object positioned directly underneath it. As you exert this downward pressure, you will distinctly feel the large muscle on the top of your thigh, your quadriceps, tighten intensely. This intense tightening is the quad set. Sustain this powerful contraction as forcefully as you comfortably can for a full, deliberate count of 10 seconds. It is critically important not to hold your breath during this contraction. Maintain a slow, steady, and continuous breathing pattern throughout the entire squeeze. After the 10-second hold, completely and fully relax the muscle for 5 seconds, allowing it to recover before the next repetition. Then, repeat the contraction. Perform 10 such contractions on your right leg, then seamlessly switch to your left leg and repeat the sequence. Aim for 2 sets per leg performed twice a day. Integrating these sessions into your morning and evening routines works exceptionally well. The total time investment for this incredibly powerful exercise is remarkably less than 10 minutes daily, yet its transformative results are truly unmatched. This movement is pure gold for seniors contending with severely weak legs, for anyone who is bedridden or in the recovery phase after surgery, for individuals whose knees feel profoundly unstable when standing, and for those who can no longer walk for any meaningful distance without significant effort or pain. It is also the ideal exercise for individuals with arthritis, as it involves absolutely zero joint movement, which translates to zero pain for almost everyone who attempts it. Indeed, even individuals who find themselves unable to perform any other exercise on this list can typically manage and benefit immensely from quad sets. However, to unlock the full, unparalleled power of the quad set, mastering its form is paramount, and there are several common mistakes to diligently avoid. The first, and most significant error, is not pressing hard enough. A weak, half-hearted press will inevitably yield weak, negligible results. You must push down into that mattress with genuine intensity, as if the very stability of your life depends on it. The harder and more intense the contraction, the greater and more profound the strength gains will be. The second mistake is releasing the contraction too quickly. If you prematurely release after only 2 or 3 seconds, you are entirely missing out on the deeper, more profound muscle activation that predominantly occurs between the 5 and 10-second mark of the hold. Sustain the contraction for the full 10 seconds. Even if you begin to feel a distinct burning sensation, this is a sign of effective muscle engagement. The third common error is attempting to perform quad sets on both legs simultaneously. Dividing your focus between 2 legs inevitably weakens the intensity and effectiveness of the contraction on both sides. To ensure maximal and targeted activation, perform them separately, focusing all your mental and physical effort on one leg at a time. The fourth mistake, often overlooked, is neglecting to fully relax the muscle between repetitions. The brief relaxation phase is not merely a pause, it is a critical period during which the muscle actively prepares itself for its subsequent powerful contraction. Skipping this essential recovery phase will lead to progressively weaker and less effective contractions. For maximum benefit, integrate this remarkably powerful trick. While you are actively pressing your knee down into the mattress, simultaneously point your toes back towards your face. This dual action adds an isometric contraction in your shin and calf muscles, effectively multiplying the leg strengthening effect across the entire limb from hip to ankle. Furthermore, make it a practice to count the 10 seconds of the hold out loud. Speaking forces you to maintain consistent breathing, prevents unwanted straining, and provides a focal point as the intense burning sensation in your muscles gradually builds. Seniors who consistently commit to performing quad sets for as little as 3 weeks frequently report life-changing improvements. They find themselves able to stand up from a chair without needing to use their hands for support, navigate to the bathroom at night without relying on holding onto the wall, and experience a profound, newfound sense of stability and confidence in their legs, a sensation they haven't felt in many, many years. So, there you have it, the meticulously detailed breakdown of the 5 most potent bed-based exercises specifically engineered to build and restore leg strength in seniors faster and more effectively than traditional walking, particularly for those who already experience significant weakness. Embark on this journey tonight by incorporating even just one of these movements and prepare to be genuinely surprised by the renewed strength and stability your legs will begin to exhibit. Remember, there is no immediate pressure to incorporate all 5 exercises simultaneously. If your current strength allows for only one, choose the unparalleled quad set and gradually introduce the others as your strength and confidence steadily grow. At this stage of life, consistency in your practice overwhelmingly triumphs over intensity. If this comprehensive guide has provided you with valuable insights, please extend your support by giving it a thumbs up, share it with a friend or loved one who could benefit immensely, and subscribe for more evidence-based senior health insights that truly deliver tangible results. Your legs possess far more inherent strength and potential than you might currently realize. Now, we sincerely invite your participation. Do you, or someone close to you, currently struggle with weak legs or find the act of standing up from a chair a challenging endeavor? Which of these 5 transformative bed exercises are you most eager to try first tonight? Share your experiences, thoughts, and opinions in the comments section below. We genuinely value and look forward to hearing from each of you. Thank you for watching.